Hello, it's Jane from Surface Anthology. Oops. And there we go. And Chalk Mercantile. How are you guys doing? Oh, it's Monday, isn't it? It's Monday. One of my sons bought a little condo, and I was sitting there this morning waiting for the carpeting installation guys to come in and then get done. And they were actually really quick. These guys know what they're doing. But it kind of disorients me when I'm not in my usual routine. And it's like I don't even know what day it is. All right. So what I want to talk to you guys about today, do a little mini tutorial, is using mica powders. What we're going to use today is gold mica powder. I did a tutorial where I used milk paint powder in wax, and now I'm using some mica powder in some clear wax to see how that goes. And any way that I can add a little bling to something, I'm thrilled with. So I have some little samples that we're going to try it on and see how it looks. Before I do that, I'm going to remind you guys that this Saturday, the 29th, is the Painted Cottage. That's a Facebook group I want you to join, but we're having our next workshop collaboration. So 4 of us are going to be, each of us, giving a workshop that day free. So make sure you join the Painted Cottage Facebook group and check out what we're going to be doing. Our theme is called It Takes a Village. And if you can see behind me that way, my little village is up there. So definitely join. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to be giving away some prizes. So there you go. All right. So what I'm using today, and look at how gorgeous this is. This is the Amy Howard at Home mica powder. That's the one that I sell in my shop, Chalk Mercantile. And if you put it on, it's like the mica that they use in eyeshadows and makeup that, give it that iridescent reflective quality. It's not as fine. It's a different kind of mica because I guess we are kind of putting makeup on our furniture. But it's a little bit more coarse so we can really see it. But look at how beautiful that is. And I just have the gold in my shop. It comes in other colors. There are other companies that make mica powders, and it's just beautiful. So what I'm going to mix it in is Authentico clear wax. So I'm going to scoop some out. And like I always do, I'm going to put it onto a cardboard palette. And then I'm going to grab a little bit of this mica powder. So I'll start with that much. I mean, I'm just messing around with this. If you're going to do a piece of furniture, a big project, you want to make up as much as you're going to need and or make a recipe. So you might say, 1 part gold mica powder to 3 parts clear wax or whatever. And make sure you write it down so you remember it. Okay, so I just put some out here, and then I'm just going to mix it up right into that wax. And I love tongue depressors for this. So I'm going to start with that amount and see how it looks on. We'll start with this little sample thing. This is the these are the Iron Orchid frames mold. This is the frame, one of the frames mold that I put down on just a plain old white chalk paint base, and I put silver metallic paint underneath real gold leafing. So why not add some gold wax? Let's see how it looks. I am using, and I have these in the shop, a little 1.5 inch natural bristle Amy Howard brush. That's what I always use for colored waxes, decorative waxes. All right, let's see. I'm going to do half. We'll see how it looks. Now, when I'm using colored waxes or decorative waxes, I like to use this kind of brush because it just adds, the ends add a little striated texture to it. And with the Authentico, you don't put it on and then have to wipe it off. You just brush it on and let it dry. But look at that, it's beautiful. And as it dries, you're gonna see the reflective quality of that gold. Now I'm gonna really pounce it in. And then again, just work out my lines. And I'm gonna take a rag and just wipe away. Look at how yellow that side becomes. I'm just gonna wipe off a little bit so that the gold leaf comes through. And I just get my pattern right. But look at that, it's beautiful. And you see what this does? This still reads as white, and it's gonna have that shimmer. I already see it. I don't know if you could see it on the camera, but it warms it up, and not just warming it up with like a brown wax. It's got this just beautiful, rich kind of, it's like a veil of gold on it. I love it. So there's one sample. Now, here's another. This is the Cameos mold. Oh my gosh. I love this mold. This is the Cameos mold where I did some blue, kind of a gray blue wash with chalk paint, just a pure chalk paint. And now let's add some gold to the inside and see how that looks. Some gold wax that we made. And if you're doing something like this, I would probably advise, this brush is almost too big. I would use like a natural bristle artist brush. And yet, when you're using, I don't care what brand of natural bristle brush, the bristles come out. They just always do. And there she is, shimmering gold, really beautiful. You can take a rag if you want to wipe it off. Hey, hi, Joni. How are you? Joni, I'm making gold wax. Help me. I can't get away from blingy gold and silver. I just love it. I think it's because it's so cold now and I want something warm. So what I'm doing, I'm just wiping away a little bit of the gold metallic wax on the high points. And there she is, shimmering amongst a sea of blue wash. All right, one more. Now this is a sample. It's already got white wax on it. You see the white wax? So when you're putting layers of wax on each other, right, Joni? Joni is saying you can't have enough gold or sparkle. It is so true. I mean, it's like if you've been in a restaurant, like a fine restaurant, but they don't have good lighting, you know the difference. When you have like a candlelit place or a place with a lot of warm gold metallics. We all look really good, as opposed to going into a place where you look like you're on the 14th Street subway platform, right? Without that gold warmth, which I love. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put some metallic gold over white wax. Now, if you're going to layer waxes, you have to do this colored waxes very gingerly, very lightly, because one wax, if you keep going over and over, is going to reactivate the wax underneath. And if you want to do an effect where you're layering stuff, that's when you get into glazing. That's something that we're studying this month in the Surface Anthology membership. And this is the very reason why. So you could layer and layer and layer without reactivating the underlayers. Joni, is it still cold down there? Because it is cold, cold, cold here still. Okay, here we go. Let's see how this works. I'm just going to put it on. Again, very gingerly, a light coat. And there's that gold. I'm trying to get it over to my light here, but you see that. And it's a great way. It's chilly down there. Yeah, it's freezing here, and we might be getting a nor'easter on Saturday. So fingers crossed I don't lose power. But you see how, again, it still kind of reads white, white and gray, but you get that warmth and that shimmer from this kind of light veil of gold wax. So it's so cool. And the last thing I'm going to try, this is, Joni's asking about what gold it is. It is called Soleil, and it's Amy Howard at Home. It's a pigment powder. So it's just like the stuff they make makeup out of, except it's not, don't use this in makeup. It's a different consistency, but isn't that beautiful? If I wanted to, I could really, really layer it up. Let's see, I'll add a little more, and then I'm going to try it on one of my art journal pages that I'm making. So I'm going to put a little bit more gold in this, and then just mush it in. Try even more. Why not? And like I always say, and I can't stress this enough, always, always do a test first. Do a little sample so that you know what you're getting and you know how it reacts with your line of paint or whatever products you're using. Okay, so let me move over my page. Let's see how it looks on paper. Wow. Look at that. Oh my God, Joni, isn't that gorgeous? So that's it with a lot of gold on a piece of craft paper. And again, I don't know if you could see it behind me. Maybe if I go that way. Anyway, if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see the transfer that I did on paper, and these are the reds that I used. But look at that! Wow, wow, wow! It's like gold lame. Gold looks great over red. It always does. So this will make a beautiful page. Really, really nice. And you can really have fun with that. The gold, we'll call it mica powder, because that's what it is, can also be mixed with glazes. So you can mix it with a glaze medium. I just like wax because then I can buff it. Once this is dry, I can buff that. Isn't it gorgeous, Joni? But I could buff it to a shine, and I can build up. If I want to make her even more gold, like a piece of jewelry, I can do that. So you guys, give it a shot. This, I'm crazy about. The red with the gold like that is really beautiful. And I love it maybe also because of the texture of the paper underneath. It's just giving this really kind of organic look to it. Anyway, you guys, Joni, who's on with me, is also one of the instructors for our workshop this Saturday. It takes a village, and to participate in that, you have to join the Painted Cottage Facebook group. It's going to be fabulous, right, Joni? I know, Joni, it's gorgeous. Imagine this as fabric. Oh my God, it would be beautiful. And Joni, with your dark brown hair, this would be absolutely stunning. Go check Joni out. She's at Weathered Wings, and she is absolutely beautiful, and she does some really, really gorgeous projects. So that's it, you guys. My little mini tutorial today, all about using this Amy Howard at Home mica powder with clear wax, and just another way to kind of add depth and interest to your painted projects or your pages, art journals. I know Joni's excited about Saturday. I can't wait either. I've got everything set up. I'm ready to go. I can't wait. Make sure you join the Painted Cottage Facebook group. Thank you for watching today. Joni, thanks for joining me. You guys have a wonderful day and happy painting. I'll see you next time.